Book your flight with just 10% down payment and spread the rest before you fly. Fly with Air Peace, Aero Contractors, Arik Air, United Nigeria, Value Jet, or book on Waka Now and on board today. No last-minute price hikes, no breaking the bank. Lock it in early. Pay small.
Pay small. Pay small. Why painful when I can pay small? Pay small. Pay small. Why painful when I can pay small?
When I wake up in the morning, I need something to help me start my day. Pick 4, 5, 6 has DHA. It helps my brain to grow. It helps me to be smart. Oh, my own milk, oh, Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah. My own milk, oh, Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah. My own milk, oh, Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah. My own milk, oh, Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah.
Whether you're flying for a family celebration or a much-needed reunion, fly Emirates and start your holiday on board. Explore up to 6,500 channels of entertainment, including live sport. Stay connected with onboard Wi-Fi. Enjoy special meals and toys for kids and relax in comfort with world-class service all the way. Choose from over 150 destinations, including Dubai, India, the UK and USA. Book now at emirates.com. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
Whether you're buying smoky jollof from your favorite spot in Lekki-Ajah, shopping online for your latest styles, or booking your next getaway to Dubai, MasterCard gives you the freedom to pay your way. Insert, tap, swipe, or click. So many options, yet so easy, with layers of security protecting every payment. Your money stays safe.
From Dampo to travel, MasterCard connects you to the life you've earned and the one you dream of. Ask your bank for a MasterCard today. MasterCard, safe, convenient, priceless.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that. My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had your peak? Reach for your peak.
This one where you share Coke and Fanta today. What's it happen?
My guy, you never hear them say 35cl plastic bottle don't drop to 300 naira. 300 naira.
No be 350 with the buy am before.
Yes, so the price don't change. Now 300 naira now. Meaning say you dey save 50 naira for every bottle. This one na real small price, big refreshment. Oh yeah, my guy, you said take one bottle.
No lose guard. Grab your favorite 35cl plastic bottle for Coke, Fanta or Sprite for just 300 naira for any store for your side. Promo go end when I will finish. Coca-Cola, real wonder.
Imagine a world without communication, a world without emergency calls, disconnected businesses, and unreachable families. Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? This is the reality we face when telecommunications masts and fiber optic cables are vandalized. These telecom Let's stand together. Let's protect our networks. Dial 622 from any network or send an email protect@ncc.gov.ng to report any suspicious activity around telecommunications infrastructure. Our connection, our responsibility. This message is brought to you by the Mobile Network Operators and Towercos in collaboration with Nigerian Communications Commission.
Learn boss-level gameplay on YouTube with MTN YouTube Buffet Bundle. Binge your favorite gameplays till you master every move. Enjoy play-along clips with your faves and challenge runs like never before till you become the numero uno of gaming. See more, be more, spend less. Get over 4 hours of YouTube streaming for just 250 naira or 10 hours for 600 naira on the MTN YouTube Buffet Bundle. Dial *312*800# to start today and go make a difference.
Dailies today on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info Lagos. Good morning to you. Welcome to Daily Today, the second part of the show. I'm Sheriff Quadry.
And I'm Jimi Disu. Good morning, everybody.
Yes, indeed. We're live on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube. Please ensure to watch if you can afford to watch on Facebook and on YouTube. Search for Nigeria Info 99.3 on those two platforms and drop your comment as you are watching. Let's start with the Vanguard newspaper. Page 7 of the Vanguard has a story here. 8-month rehab. Lagos allays motorists fear over gridlock on Lekki-Ajah axis.
This issue is very crucial because I am involved. Okay, morning everybody.
Well, you called for it. You made the advocacy.
But I'm involved. And, I got a response from the government. The commissioner is quoted to have said that that was during the COVID life crisis.
Yeah.
Don't mind Mr. Disu. It's because he passes that place. Now I'm involved in this one. Okay, so that's why it's coming up first, and that's the way it is. Lagos State government has urged motorists and residents to remain calm on the Lagos-Ekpe axis. It's a large population that you have there. A large population. You see, when you live in your own little nest, you don't tend to appreciate how large Lagos is. It's the day I found myself having to go to somewhere. I remember about sometime last year, somewhere in Agege or whatever, and I had my Google Maps. That was one of the days I appreciated the amount of work that this government has put, or the APC as it were, have put in. All the roads were tarred, far deep inside, and that was the day that I began to have a second thinking that, look, it's not all about, you can criticize this government, yes, but it's more about the low-hanging fruits. When you do, but I think the thinking then is that to get more votes from the interland was what was behind it. Anyway, before I lose track, back to this one, we've been told to remain calm and over the gridlock on the Lekki-Ajah basis. Now, the paper says we should recall that the Commissioner for Transportation had earlier announced planned partial closure along Lekki-Ajah. Now, before this closure, it was bedlam. Last Monday, was it last Monday? Yes. Last one. I came on Sunday. Last Monday, 2 Mondays ago, I left home in Shogodeto at 5:30, 5:45. I didn't get here until after 11. Yes, Monday morning. So that's before the closure. Now, with the closure, it's going to be hell. I've sent a quick note when I saw this now. I've sent a quick note to the Commissioner for Information that they should get somebody to be in this seat tomorrow so that he can explain to us in full what exactly is going to happen. Because these things are always on paper. World Cycle Day, this one, and it usually ends up in bedlam. So if you have that much traffic before, I wonder what it will be like. So tomorrow we'll have somebody here, hopefully, from the ministry, directly from the ministry. Hopefully they'll send whoever is in charge. And the road schedule for activities is from Saturday, that is tomorrow, all the way to Wednesday, 15th July.
Next year.
Benny. So a lot of people are going to abandon their houses. If there's a house for sale, if you according to the commissioner, the rehabilitation work will be implemented in carefully planned phases. I hope it's this commissioner that will come tomorrow. Oluwaseun Washiyemi. We will be glad to receive him. He should please come. We were now roasting him. We just want him to come and explain in detail how it's going to happen. But according to him, the rehabilitation work will be implemented in carefully planned phases to ensure that daily movement is not disrupted. That is going to be tough. So we need to know. Only specific sections of the corridor will undergo repairs at any given time, and these sections have been deliberately chosen to ensure minimal impact on the main carriageway. To further reduce inconvenience, alternative routes are being opened and strengthened, including the coastal road. I need some affirmation on that because as last week or the week before, the SSA infrastructure, whatever it is, the guy who is in charge of repairs and so on, he had said that the coastal road was open, but it wasn't. They were turning people back. So we'd like something definite. Let me read again. It says, to further reduce inconvenience, alternative routes have been opened and strengthened, including the coastal road and adjoining service lanes to provide smoother diversions. In addition, Lagos State has devised a night shift strategy for major aspects of the repair works so that the bulk of construction activity takes place when traffic volume is significantly lower. Government has also put in place comprehensive peak period traffic management plans. LASTMA personnel will be deployed in adequate number along the entire stretch to ensure continuous movement, prevent gridlock, and respond swiftly to any traffic pressure that may arise during the rehabilitation period. In putting LASTMA here, one thing I hope they will do is stop the so-called VIPs that we have in that area. You know, there are so many estates. A lot of big boys are living on that area. We hope that the Lagos State government will ensure that this habit of them facing oncoming vehicles on the wrong side of the road will be completely eradicated. And that should include police and military and whatever escorts. But with military now, you have to be very careful. Yeah, if Wike can be taught a lesson. But talking seriously, it is important and significant because what I see, even with the coastal road, if you don't ensure discipline in the use of the road, the whole exercise will break down.
That's right.
So we hope, I've sent to Mr. Motosho, he should be up by now, should be ready to go to work. I hope that he'll be able to send us somebody, sit in this seat tomorrow, and will give us the full explanation because if anything, it's going to take off tomorrow all the way until July. Do you have a
July next year?
Do you have a spare bed?
What get you a duplex here on the island?
I don't want a duplex. Tell me about
you deserve it.
Give me a spare room.
Spare room is it's too small for you, sir. It's very, very, very small.
Oh, but on a serious note, it might mean some people relocating temporarily.
Yeah.
Yes, if you because the traffic in that area starts from 4 a.m. From 4. Ask Kofi, he'll tell you.
No, I remember when I used to apply that route. I leave home 5 a.m. I leave home 5 a.m. and 4:45.
4:45.
So I get to where I'm going. That's somewhere in Ikate, Admiralty actually. I get to where I'm going around 6:57.
But what I do know is that I wish we could close our eyes and then open it after the road would have been done. If the road is done the way the Abraham Adesoya Ekpe axis, concrete and so on, if it's done in the same manner, I think we'll be in for a good time.
So when you were reading this, I was wondering how because you read something like they intended to work on some specific sections of the road.
No, what is said is that, okay, so they're not going to close the whole road. They'll take a portion. I'm thinking that's what it is.
Okay.
We'll expect whoever it is tomorrow. When they'll take a portion today, do a lot of the work overnight. And by daytime, so in some places, the road will be narrow from 3 lanes to 1 lane and things like that. Sometimes you'll have to drive to the opposite road, depending on traffic. It can work. Well, there's no alternative. And it can work if there would be discipline and the government insists on law and order.
And you know how disciplined Lagos drivers.
The greatest problem to all this are the downfalls.
Discipline in quotes now.
Are the downfalls who have become lords of the government. I prove it to the government, any official, that the NURTW have turned the government into a subservient parastatal of theirs. They are uncontrollable. Same thing with the Moniles. Same thing with the all the little local obas that they've created all over the place. They've broken the dam. The government cannot control them. They've created a monster out of all these people. Just this morning, I was going through my social media pages. Some of these obas, you don't even know the area they're talking about. They have their own. Not all of them. Let me quickly add, but they have their own nuisance value. NURTW are completely. They are a law unto themselves. And it's almost the belief for a lot of us outside is that they tell the government what to do, not the other way around. And it's not. There's a top government official. I have the video here. I think I put it on my Facebook page. Oh no, I put it on my status. He looked like a tout. He was dancing at a party. You know, I've never felt so disgraced in my life.
Wow.
I've never felt so. Well, I wonder what's going on. It will be on my status. Those of you know my number. Go to my WhatsApp status. You'll see it there. You'll be ashamed that these are some of the people that are making decisions for you with all your own knowledge. With your standing. Second base there.
Let's go to our next story. Page 8. Wike soldiers altercation. Respect the uniform. No offense committed. General Rabo Matawali.
Well, the military people are digging down. There's not much to say about this. Wike put up an offense yesterday. A defense yesterday, as if he was doing this on behalf of the people. No. I still maintain that nobody is interested in the land affairs of the admiral. That happens every day. Wike himself has been accused of taking land from A and giving to B. That is not what we are saying. Is that what some of us are saying is that your public conduct. You see, people should be very careful. Because in any argument, they want to divert your mind from the point that you are making. What some of us are saying is that the public conduct of the minister is unbefitting of a minister of the Federal Republic. And this thing has become serial. There is a video when this man was governor. He was pointing to a traditional ruler in his state. He said, you, fake. That one was not in agreement with his speech. That was the offense he committed. And we cannot continue to have that kind of nonsense. So nobody should come and tell us any long story about some military. No. The man's public conduct, list of it all, calling somebody in uniform, whether he was a toddler or whatever, saying he was a fool, insulting him, only for him to turn around. Part of his defense is that people can lose their temper. Excuse me, if you are somebody who can lose his temper, you are not fit for public office. That's what it is. There is something called comportment. So there's not much story here. The military guys are digging deep. They want their pound of flesh. I also find it, Sheriff, completely embarrassing that close to 3 days after this incident, the government has not issued a statement. Is it that they have contempt for us? Is it that the government cannot see the danger, cannot see something coming in what has happened? Is it that the government doesn't read signals, or is it at a complete loss as to what to do? I'd like people to think about that very well. This is a crisis. It's a crisis. A federal minister, calls a man in uniform a fool. He insults him. He calls him a fool. Forget about whether the admiral sent up. That is neither here. We are talking of the public conduct. What if the gentleman had reacted and there was a shootout? What would you be saying? What was exhibited there that day, and the government not responding up to now, shows that there's a central control breakdown. And I am sorry I have to make this example. It would never have happened that way under Obasanjo. By the 7 o'clock of that same evening, you would have gotten a statement read at the news. Even if a statement like, "Oh, the government considers what happened today unfortunate. We want everybody to remain calm, and very soon the government would react." Just something to at least keep. Instead, the government wants to pretend as if the presidency rather wants to pretend as, and your ministers are now contributing to the debate that has ensued. And the government at the center, the presidency, has not made any statement at all. I think it is very, very unfortunate. And it strengthens my belief that this present government does not have the wherewithal to run this country. It's a pity. It's a pity. They don't have the wherewithal. Because the next story, I don't know, is the next story on, yes,
it's the next story,
would also show what we are talking about. What's the next one?
Let's take the next story here. Page 19, the business page of the Vanguard newspaper. FG suspends 15% import duty on petrol, diesel.
Same story every time. FG does this and it retracts. The presidency is not a learning field. It's not a place for management trainees. The presidency of any country, the leadership of any country, is not a training field. It's not a place you go to straight from university and learn the ropes. It is for those who have learned the ropes and have the mental capability and the right frame of mind. Just how many weeks ago now we had a list withdrawn? Yes, the president looked. Yes, he responded to criticism, but he should have done his homework very well. Had he done his homework very well, I don't think even he would have thought of approving clemency for drug dealers and so on and so forth. Something went wrong. Now again, they said there was going to be a 15% import duty on petrol and diesel. Now we hear again. Thankfully, though, it has been suspended. I think any young student of economics would have said that this would lead to some kind of inflationary whatever. I think it's simple common sense. How did it come about? But the story here says that it has been suspended, the 15% import duty. There is another story. The government has said that they were going to charge approximately $11.5. It was the immigration that they were charging $11.5 charge. Okay, taking effect from December 1, meaning that every passenger, I think, had to pay $11.5, and that has been rejected. It has been rejected that let me read the story. The airline operators of Nigeria has revealed that the controversial 11.5 charge set to take effect on December 1 was initiated by the NIS, but announced and set to be enforced by the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. The association described the levy as an additional burden on an already struggling aviation sector and a further burden on operators, despite being passed on to passengers. The airlines are almost going to fall apart. I saw a photograph of, there was one flight, I think from Lagos to Port Harcourt or something. There were just about 6 passengers. Because the airline fares have gone crazy. You know, so the airline operators have rejected it so far. We don't know what is going to happen. I don't know.
You know what baffles me in all of these taxis here and there is whether the current government is living in another alternate universe where they believe that their citizens have enough disposable income
for you to continue to tax them.
For you to continue to put this heavy burden of taxes on them. Some they have shifted to January next year. Companies are gearing up. We don't know. We still cannot comprehend the full impact of this by the time all of these things kick in. They have tried to polish the good side of which, of course, they should do. But trust me, we do not have an idea as yet as to the impact this would have on employment, on job creation, on what do they call this, small business, MSMEs.
Yes.
We do not know yet. Yes, they put a cap on it that if you're not earning up to this, you are exempt from this and from that. But still, running costs is there to begin with. There will be some impact that we don't know yet.
Well, even if you had an argument for the so-called tax reforms, the additional taxes that are being added are a thing of concern. The additional taxes, the one on fuel, the one on this, one on that, tax on everything. But what is most embarrassing, and this government has to be careful because people are not stupid, everybody out there realizes the level of corruption in our country as a whole. So there is so far you can push the common man, the average Nigerian, you can push them just so far. What if the middle class do not caution this government and put them in check? Somebody else will. And we're gradually, that was why in relation back to what what happened between Wike and the soldier, I said that we need to be careful because the face of that gentleman now has been seen as a face of some kind of rebellion. Most people who took sides with the soldier didn't take sides with him because he's wearing the uniform. They took sides with him because they had a bone to pick with Wike. Here was a minister he's talking about. Here was a minister who was asked on national television, you drive a Rolls Royce. Now tell me how the optics looks. You want to tax me, a poor guy, and my minister is driving a Rolls Royce. Nobody cautioned him. Nobody could tell him anything. It was said that he bought houses in America and so on and so forth. He bluffed his way through it publicly. You understand?
And we keep saying this thing over and over again.
There is so far you look. There is a limit to which you can push people, and this government needs to be very, very careful, especially with recent developments. I'm sure that is one of the reasons why they quickly withdrew the 15% petrol tax, so it doesn't become a major issue. This government has to be very, very careful. We've never had it so bad. We've never had it so difficult.
I need to be careful, really.
This government needs to be careful. Taking people for granted. It's never been so bad, Sheriff. In my lifetime, I've never been so badly battered, mentally and otherwise. Mentally and otherwise. And I have lived through successive military governments. It has never been so bad. And the optics, they don't care about the optics. It's the first time I'm going to witness a government that keeps changing its policies midway. You have a list today, no. 2 years now, no ambassador. It's so bad, in all honesty. And that guy, what Wike has done, I don't think even he himself, including the lieutenant, I think it's the captain or so, lieutenant, including, I don't think either of them know where history could put them unless care is taken. When the future of this country, when the history of this country, years later, we don't know in what context we'll be talking about. Remember that the Arab Spring started because somebody was told to play toll, to bribe and see what happened. These things don't happen by there's, like Bob Marley said, there's a natural mystic going through the air. If you listen carefully, you will hear from Trump, from cool scare to Trump to this. We just keep moving. We keep moving. It keeps piling up. We hope by the end of the day, by today, the government would have decided what to do in this particular case. But otherwise, it won't go away.
It won't, right?
Don't go away.
Let's take a look at the Metro page as we go.
Okay. The Lagos driver arrested as truck crosses motorboy to death. What other story did I see there? 2 security guards arrested for beating Lagos engineer to death. Okay. I want somebody to come and explain this. Listen. Lagos automates indigenship certificate issuance. What is a certificate of indigenship? We need an explanation. It says through the ministry, Lagos State government, through the Ministry of Social Duties and Intergovernment Relations, launched the Lagos State Indigenship Automated Certificate. I wonder what that is.
Yeah, states have this indigenship thing that they issue to their indigents.
And so what happens to those?
A lot. For those who are entering university or any tertiary institution, they can have access to bursary. The state provides bursary because they will use that in their registration and all of that.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that. That's any other thing that it does?
Well, maybe some other things in the future. Yeah, maybe if you're looking for a job somewhere, yeah.
Okay, let me just let him slide.
We have to go now.
We have to go anyway.
We must go. All right, Lagos, that's our show. He's back at 9 for Daily Digest. Thank you all for being a part of this. You can rewatch the show again on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3. Kofi's next. Good morning to you.
Just imagine, say this obodo was so when to communicate with your people no just day. Plus, where you no fit even shout for help. Business go they jam like hold up for Oshodi, and family they find each other like needle for inside sand. Now waiting they happen with this. Anytime they vandalize our telecom mast and fiber optic cables. All this telecom equipment no be ordinary pole and wire. Now our lifetime, now be Disu. Then they connect us, then they inform us, and they protect us. If them break them, no be only signal go vanish. Schools, hospitals, banks, and even your small POS business they collect. Make we join body protect our network. If you see any report am sharp. Dial 622 or send email. Go protect@ncc.gov.ng. If everybody guide the port, soup no go burn. Our connection, our responsibility. This message now from mobile network operators and tower companies with support from the Nigerian Communications Commission.
Guy, how far? You watch that game?
I did. Oh boy, that goal Hey.
Make I call you back. My time go soon finish. Sorry, I forget I get extra 3 minutes to talk.
I wonder why you hold a cut call. When na MTN better gist they use. Me, I still enjoy my free 2,100 airtime on top my new MTN SIM.
Yes, so get 3 minutes extra on MTN Better Gist. Text BG to 312 to collect your own awoof.
Welcome to Nigeria Info, where the news sparks conversation.
Women Donald Trump said what he said. Why do you think we're here today?
What is the policy of this my government on how to put an end to the war? Rather than telling the government there's a misplaced priority in their governance.
Some people are trying to play politics to the issue as we normally do.
This is your space to listen, share, and be heard. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 8 o'clock. The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
The news at 8 on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The Lagos Police Command says it's committed to improving relations with young people. At a youth dialogue event in Lekki-Ajah, the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State Alondare Jimi announced a new Bail is Free initiative with signed cards to guarantee the service. He urged youth to know their rights and responsibilities in order to reduce conflict. The event aimed to build trust and partnership between law enforcement agencies and the youth. Ibadan is gearing up for the PDP's national convention this weekend despite court battles and internal suspension shaking the party. A faction has pulled out, but a fresh court order has allowed the event to proceed. Over 3,000 delegates are expected at the Lekki-Salami Stadium to elect new national officers. Nigeria Super Eagles boosted the chances of qualifying for the 2026 World Cup with a thrilling 4-1 extra time win over Gabon in Rabat, Morocco. Victor Osimhen scored twice, while Akko Adams and Chidera Ejuke added a goal each to seal Nigeria's spot in Sunday's playoff final. The Eagles will face DR Congo, who defeated Cameroon by a single